Yo, what is up, guys? It's Eric from the Surf NJ. How you been? How was your winter? Long time no see, I know it's been a minute. This right here is the official kickoff to the 2023 From the Surf NJ video series. And of course, striped bass season started March 1st. By the way, how was your spring run? Leave it in the comments. How was your spring run, okay? Did you do good? You lucked out in the fact that it was a mild winter. March 1st, B texts me and says, hey, what's the magic number? I said 48. 48 is the magic number. What's the temperature of the Raritan Bay? 48 degrees March 1st. So things got off to a wicked hot start. And the whole reason we're even able to introduce this video is because the beach fronts in central New Jersey started to light up by, I would say, the middle of April, when normally I don't get out to the beach fronts until like the first week in May. So things started kicking off early. The reports started coming in. Me and BT decided to hit the beach fronts last weekend. This was supposed to be a 2-day or 2-part video. Not so much. It was raining cats and dogs that first outing out. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It is raining cats and dogs once again. And so we decided to skip out on this. So this is going to be a one-tripper. If you are an experienced fisherman, a lot of times when you hit that beachfront or opening season for any one particular fish, isn't there sort of like a, I don't know, am I remembering how to do this properly? What I'm saying is, in the next clips, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. It was a great day of fishing. I was on the struggle bus, but there was a happy ending at the end, so enjoy. And afterwards, for those of you that want to stick around and just talk about circle hooks and rigs and this time of year for fishing off of the surf, stick around, enjoy the content. I'll see you in about 10. This is how we're starting the season of videos, huh? Jesus. That water's gonna look like dog shit.
I think you got clam.
Yeah. Yeah, good thing I got the clam. Okay.
The excitement out of your voice.
The excitement. The anticipation. Alright. Well.
How far we going? Right here?
I'm thinking right here, dude. Here we go with this bullshit. Yeah, you better run and get that BT. You better run and get that BT. What? It's a good one. He'll keep, he'll keep, he'll keep, he'll keep, he'll keep. Fucking BT on the board, bro. Give it to me. Before you get them all shitty. Yeah, dog. BT on the board. We ain't been here but 30 minutes. Yeah, he keep. It's over. That a guy. I don't know if you got ice. You got ice?
I don't have ice. I was going to buy ice on the way out. So you got your keys?
Yeah, they're in the bag. If you want, just grab the bag of ice. Whoa, 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 whoa! Bro! B! Oh, f. B, where are you going? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man, we got a puller here. Oh no, he popped off. No. Oh, that was a monster. No. What happened? What'd you do? Oh. Fuck! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't even. I can't even believe that. Dude, I had a drum on! I 1000% had a drum on.
That's my bucket list fish for today. What's the regulations for that?
I have no fucking idea, but I was like, I'm gonna reel up this line and see how the bait's looking. As soon as I touched the rod, whang, it was pulling drag that it was not supposed to pull, dude.
Dude, that's how I thought that one was a lot bigger. What I had?
I can't believe that. And then I'm fighting him and he popped off. Dude, they're f***ing here, bro. They're here. I can't believe this early they're out front. Huh? Dude, I'm sweating like a fat kid in a trash bag. I know. No? Yeah? Alright, hold on. It's got weight? Alright. I got you. Thank you. I'm coming right near line, bro. No! Yo, fuck me! Oh my God! What the fuck? How? Fuck how? Bass! How the f? That's the second one to pop off of this shit. I had him. Unbelievable. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm f***ing sure. I know. God damn it. Unfucking believable. Alright, one more time with this piece of shit circle hook. These are the ones that I always use though. Osprey got one. Still does Osprey got. Whoa, 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 help, help, help! There's something on that? What the f*** is going on? Bro, You got to keep her in a bag, and I'm just a comedy of errors over here. What is going on? Shake off the rust, bro. Jesus Christ. Come on, E. Head in the game. So for the next several hours, the rain was so bad, the footage looked like this. It was impossible to keep the lens clean, and any audio that the camera picked up sounded like we were scuba diving underwater. Now, granted, it ended up being a beautiful day at the end, but you want to talk about rookie mistakes on top of rookie mistakes. The fish that I caught, the camera wasn't even rolling. All right, just chill. Can we chill? Can we chill for 2 seconds? I don't think he's going to keep. I'm guessing 26. Boy, you know your inches. God. All right, chill. You're going back. Forget it. You're going back. Relax. We're almost to low tide here, which kind of sucks because normally, you know, I'd like to break out the casting rod, get going with that. Deeper water's right over there. And the trick is just to get it past where those waves are coming up. Where those waves are coming up is the start of the shallower water. All that water pressure hits that shallow water, makes that wave form up. If you can get just beyond that, like there, you're in pretty good shape. You're in business. Because you could have bass just like they cruise a trough at high tide. That's the deepest they're going to get. The shallowest during low tide. I'm going to do way over there. I've ever seen in my life. No way. I swear to God, I thought I had a skate. I thought it was a skate. Let's see, he's going to be 29. Huh. You're talking absolutely no drag. Line's over there, can't figure out why. Thought for sure that was a skate. Just little, it wasn't until it got right over there that I just felt a little like, all right, there's something alive at the end of the line. I gotta tell you, normally you know when it's fish on time. This has just been the weirdest start to video season ever. So there it is, trip number 1, 1 day, 1 trip, 2 keepers for the From the Surf NJ team. And for those of you that are veterans and you know what you're doing and you know how to catch these fish exactly the way we caught them, I appreciate your support. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, do what you got to do. But if you guys want to sail off right now, I'm not going to hold it against you. For all you guys that are maybe new to this time of year of fishing or new to surf fishing in general and want to learn a little bit more about the rigs that we're using, stick around. Let's have a conversation about circle hooks. Circle hooks. Okay, not a fan. We'll only use them during spring for striped bass because how I feel about it is inconsequential because it is the law. By law, you are required to use inline circle hooks, right? Inline, meaning there is no shift on the, it's in the name, inline. Sometimes there will be an offset to these hooks. They have to be inline and they have to be circle hooks, which means that the point faces inwards and it's in kind of a circle. This one happens to be the Jigging World Z-Blade bait holder because it has these little barbs right here which help keep the clam or the bloodworm on it. These are the ones that I prefer. These are the ones that I use all the time. And these are the ones that I lost 2 fish on during the video. Nevertheless, I will not stop using these things because A, it's got the bait holder barbs on there, which helps out. Number 2, it's kind of like an octopus circle where it's a little bit wider of a gap. Some of these circle hooks that they make, man, like the tip that's pointing inwards to the shank is like this. You don't even know how the hell you're going to bait these things. All right, so this gives you a little bit wider of a gap, allows you to put either more bloodworm on or at least get the clam in there where you can loop it up over and over and over again. Now, I completely understand the reasoning behind circle hooks. I really do. I understand the reasoning is to help decrease the mortality rate in undersized and oversized fish, striped bass that maybe gut hook themselves or ingest the hook of like a traditional hook, like a J hook or anything like that, and die because of internal injuries. So they're trying to sustain the population so this hobby can continue to move forward. These fish can grow up, they can breed, they can make, you get the nasty on and make little striped bass babies, and we can all continue to enjoy catching these fish. So I get it completely. If you don't think you're going to gut hook a striped bass occasionally, albeit less than a J hook, but if you don't think you're going to gut hook a striped bass with one of these, just look at that last clip of the last fish that I caught. Had no idea that the pole was even bending or that there was a fish even on. And when I got that 30-incher up, I looked in his mouth and yeah, this was all the way down there. Because whereas when you're fluking, right, you don't necessarily use a circle hook when you're fluking. But if you're dead sticking for fluke, I don't like doing that because the J hooks that everybody uses, the Gamakatsu bait holders that I like to use, even the rigs that you buy in the tackle shops that are pre-rigged up, if you just dead stick that shit, you know, you were going to gut hook a short fluke and you're going to feel like an asshole for doing so, right? So whenever I'm fluking, I don't dead stick, right? I'm actively doing it, so when I feel those taps, boom, I set the hook. I'm not going to go into the whole set the hook thing. That was a whole different video. But by the very nature of a circle hook, you are not supposed to set this hook. This is not a set the hook. This is not a, you see the rod go dot dot, and you go over and you don't do that, okay? The whole point of these circle hooks is that when it gets inside of the fish, I'm not going to do it, but when it gets inside of the fish's mouth, right, and they start to receive, the drag is real loose, but when they start to receive any resistance, this hook is supposed to find the corner of their mouth and sort of hook in. And once you get that point, it almost closes the loop. It's very hard, in theory, to lose a fish once you got them on a circle hook. So when you're dead sticking, you don't set the hook. You leave your drag very loose. You just let it out there. And when the drag starts going, okay, you pick up the rod, you hold it, and then you just tighten down the drag. You don't set a damn thing. You rip it right out of the mouth. You just tighten down the drag enough so it pulls, hooks, and you should be good from there. There's a couple ways that you can rig these up. First of which is the traditional fish finder rig. Okay, you take your 6/0 circle hook. By the way, if you like to use a different size or having success with a different size, please put it in the comments below. But you take, your circle hook, you give it the old snell action. There's a million videos on YouTube on how to snell a hook. Find one you can tolerate and practice. Next, you take your hook side of things, you get yourself a barrel. I have a 65-pound test. That's probably a little bit of an overkill. It might have been all they had in stock. I will go no lighter than a 50-pound barrel swivel. Don't skimp out on the barrel swivels. Make them a good one. Make them the power ones where it's like a little smaller, because there's those big chunky barrel swivels. I hate those things. That, and you give it the old uni knot. If you're going to learn any knot in the world, learn yourself a uni knot. Now that's not very long, right? Okay, so there's a reason for that. I'll get to that. Give it the old uni knot on the other side of the line. Cut yourself about 3 foot of that right there. Put the fluoro away. Where's my swivels? Oh, can't forget this. How many times did you tire to fish find the rig and you forgot to put the damn weight thing on? Slide it down. Boom. There you go. Another barrel swivel. Let's get it. Okay, so this is what's called a fish finder rig on the fly, right? Your main line gets attached to this barrel swivel. This line is about, I don't know, this long. What is this? 3 feet? 3 feet-ish? Okay. This line has this, right? Little slide, fish finder weight holder, okay? And then you've got maybe, I don't know, what is that? 10 inches. I'll even do less than 10 inches onto your circle hook. The reason why this line is, I prefer it a little shorter is because when I'm casting, okay, if that line here is longer, the weight's up here, so when you fling it, it's just awkward, okay? The closer that I can get down to the bait, the more whippage, that's not even a word, whippage that I have. The lower the weight is to the bottom, the better off, the more distance you're going to get. This is a great rig for deeper water. This is a great rig for high tide. This is a great rig for dealing with a trough or a channel or some place that you already have deeper water. I will almost 9 times out of 10 use a rig like this. Shark fishing, striped bass fishing, because when you have that drag loose and that piece of clam or piece of bunker is just woo in the wash, right? When the fish grabs that, it'll pull, but it has plenty of time for that circle hook to go with the fish, find that corner of the mouth. So when you see the pole bend and you tighten down the drag, it's already had ample time to eat the bait, find the corner of the mouth. Drag goes down, stick it, rip it. Now the other way to do this is the high. I feel like tying something else off. Do we got one? Yeah. All right, I'm just clipping it off of this. Used fresh off of one of the bait poles that I use for striped bass fishing. This is going to be your high-low rig. I made this leader way too long, as you can obviously see. This is way too long, but this should look familiar, right? Fluke fishing video, this should look familiar. You got those little loop at the bottom. This is just an overhand knot. And then you cheat it up a little bit. And then you see your, what is this? This should look familiar. Twist, 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 right? Kind of just, it's almost like a big ass version of my fluke rigs, right? So that will stay away from the main line. You want that circle hook, that octopus circle facing upwards. If you want to learn how to tie this, I got a video it's basically my fluke rig just modified. So when am I using this thing? In situations like the Rare to Bay. Okay, I used to be really concerned about using a high-low rig for circle hooks because I felt like You needed that pull. You needed to give that fish that time to eat. I've seen BT and my man Enzo from Tom's River. I've seen them have plenty of success using high-low rigs, so I started using them myself, especially in situations where I need distance. Raritan Bay, okay? Shallow bay, low tide. You can walk out 150 yards and be waist deep in water, okay? So you want to wade out there as far as you can, and you want to be able to whip that thing into some deeper water. High lows will always go further than a fish finder because the weight's at the bottom and you can totally pendulum that thing. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was entertaining, because that's exactly why we're doing this right now. Me and BT aren't the best fishermen in the world, but what we're trying to do is entertain you guys. Maybe you can relate to a lot of the things that happened during the video. I can tell you that I've had to edit more F-bombs out of this video than any other video that I've ever made. But nevertheless, it's meant to entertain. It's meant to give some of you new guys some pointers, some tips and tricks that if you're trying to get into surf fishing, it makes it a little easier, because we ourselves have relied on YouTube to also teach us a trick or two, right? And it's also to keep, I'll call it a digital journal of all of our fishing trips, because that's the beauty of saltwater fishing, surf fishing, is that you go out with your friends, your family, you make memories, and I've probably forgotten more good times fishing than I do remember. So the point of this is to kind of keep a little digital journal of the adventures of Eric and BT. And we got big things planned for you. Part of this spring was teaching BT how to use his own GoPro. So moving forward, at some point, you were going to have BT cam, right? The old BT cam, where we can jump footage, or if I go and he doesn't, or he goes and I don't, we can compile that footage up. And also, BT bought himself a jet ski. He bought a kayak in the fall. Apparently that wasn't good enough. Bought himself a jet ski, which is great for me, because that's going to give me more opportunity to catch more fish and go different places without having to pay a dime for this thing. Bad news is I got to ride bitch. So we'll see how that works out. Until next time, tight lines. I'll see you later.